Okay, everybody, today we're going to talk about using node editing. This is the last part in creating your own designs. The node editing tool is this tool right up here, right below the selector tool. So first of all, we're going to download a file that's already been created. So we're going to go to the website, digital literacy website, and if I go to today's date, today is the 20th of March. I click on node editor right here and go to the PowerPuff. And this is going to open up an SVG file, which is an Inkscape file. I'm going to click here, and it's going to download it. And I'm going to download it to Documents. Okay, mine's already been downloaded, so I'm going to cancel. I'm going to go back to Inkscape, and now I'm going to open that file. So go to File up here, and go to Open. And I'm going to find that file, I hope. It's in my Documents. Inkscape's slightly different file setup. You have to go to the left here and find student. In my case, I'm going to click on B Savage. You would click on student, so double click on that and then go to your file, whether it's documents or downloads. And here it is right here. I'm going to open that guy. It's going to take a minute to open it. Now this, you need to kind of understand what's going on here. This is a file that has a couple of layers. So you may want to have to go to your layer setting. You can't see it up here, but if I go to layers up here and click on layer and find the layers control, the layers will pop up, and I go over here to layers and I'll see my layers up here. Maybe. There we go. Here's my layers down here. I have layer 1 and layer 2. Now notice layer 1 is locked. If I click the eyeball on layer 1, it makes the picture of the PowerPuff go away. Okay? So I'm going to draw on layer 2. If you find that something's not working and you can't draw correctly, it might be because you've highlighted the wrong layer. So make sure you highlight layer 2 when you start drawing things. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the node editor tool, but we're first of all going to make a shape using this tool right here. It's called the pen tool. And we are going to first start by just highlighting these points. A pen tool is an interesting tool because we don't drag this tool. We just click and move the mouse. So I'm in the pen tool, and you should have this pen icon. I'm just going to click on this point, and I'm going to click on this point. I'm not going to draw all this. I'm just click on the points where I'm going to make a node, and you'll explain that in a second. So I'm just going to draw the head for now. So I'm going to click over here. Now notice what I've done is I've just drawn those outlines on those points, and these are called nodes. I'm going to go to my node editing tool now, and I put this over. Notice how my cursor changed to a hand. Now I can take that and move this up here. Now I'm going to make sure that matches the outside of her face. If I click on the node, I get these little handles, and these handles allow me to move this around and change it the way I want it to look. You see that? So I'm going to go about taking this and moving this guy around so that the lines kind of match my drawing. This is how you would create your drawing if you want to create some kind of design from an existing picture from the internet, for example. So I'm just going here and changing these lines to make them match. Obviously, they don't have to be perfect, but now you can see I've got kind of an outline. Now, if I want to see what my drawing looks like, I can just come down to the layers, and I just click on the eyeball, and now I can see what my drawing looks like. That's how the node editing tool works. With this, I can draw any shape I want. So now I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to draw her face. And notice that I've drawn the outline silhouette in black. Now I'm going to draw this shape. I can't use lines, remember. So I'm going to draw this shape here of her face. I'm going to use the same technique, use my blue pen. I'm going to just start on the points. I don't drag the mouse, I just move the mouse. I'm dragging the points right here. Notice I skip all the way over. I don't drag the curve because I can do that later. I just click on the points like this. And I've got a drawing like that. Now I go back to my node editor tool and just proceed to bend the line I want it to go. If I need to, I can click on this and drag the handle. I can also add more points if I want. If I want to add a point here, I just double click here and adds another node. I'm not going to worry about that yet. So sometimes, most of the time, your curve is not going to match just by moving it. You have to use these handles to move this guy like that. Okay? And move them a little bit like this. Like I said, it doesn't have to match. But remember, I have to leave this black here because that line, I'm not going to draw that line. that line is going to come up when I create these other objects. Okay, so that's what the node editor tool does. With this tool, you can create any shape you want, and that way you're going to make the cool t-shirt, obviously. So I'm going to finish doing this guy. I'm going to finish doing our eyebrows. Remember, I can move these nodes around if I need to, and I can shape them just any way I want, like that. And this means that you don't have to really know how to draw very well. You just have to know how to use the tools. And let's zoom out and see what our face looks like. Obviously, I don't have any colors on it, but I could put some colors because I've got this top layer in kind of transparent. So now I can click on this and make this black. And I can't see the black, so I'll make it brown like this. And I click on this piece here to make it this flesh color, I guess, like that. I click on the eyeball. Now I've got a good start on my Powerpuff Girl. So we would proceed then to draw these shapes here, draw that shape, draw this shape, and of course I'm going to draw the mouth shape, and that's all we need to do to make our Powerpuff Girl. I'll just finish doing the mouth shape really quick. This is going to be a basic triangle. So I'm going to click up here, and just make a triangle like that. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but if you can see now that I can bend these lines with my node editor, I bend the line, I'm going to bend this line, and I'm going to click on this one and hit delete to delete that point, and now I can make the shape of her mouth. And you'll notice you're going to probably make a lot better shaped mouth than the original drawing. It was kind of crooked. Of course, maybe they did that on purpose. And then I'm going to drag this up here and make my mouth like this. Drag up these handles a little bit. I'm going to make that black. Well, I'm going to make it this brown color so they can't see my black. And zoom out and see what we've got. Once again, I'm going to click on the layer, eyeball, to get rid of the original. There we go. Now I just need to draw their eyes. I've got a Powerpuff Girl. So, once again, that's your node editing tool. That's how you make any shape you want. Start with a black outline and draw the shapes. That makes it much better. You'll notice if I go to View and to Display Mode and get to my outline mode, I have no intersecting and crossed over lines, and I've got my design ready to go. Okay? Good luck and have fun.